Welcome to Almost Agreeable.
Almost Agreeable.
With your hosts, Chris Nellison and Ed Harris. Hang around and listen to opinions on sports, movies, music, and whatever else pops in our head.
And we're going now.
No, that's fine. We know cold openings are the best.
I didn't have a countdown.
I did. Well, do I usually count down?
You give me like the TV, like the silent 3, 2.
Do I do that?
Yeah, not all the time, but I'm used to it.
All right. So okay. Anyways, we're just gonna go.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Almost Agreeable podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris. With me, as always, is Ed. And today's episode is going to be kind of like a crossover episode, and maybe to the chagrin of the fans that don't listen to the sports episodes, but we are also talking about movies today.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah, I would say it would. In particular, we're going to be going over some, I don't know if epic is the right word, but definitely some influential sports movies that I know that we have obviously seen and that we love, and probably things that I quote all the time anytime I'm watching any sports event.
That's how it goes. I mean, it's ridiculous how many times like you could be watching an older movie with, friends or a wife or something, and they're like, "That's why you say that?"
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
This happens to Lindsay all the time.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, you caught me."
Yeah.
You caught me.
Yeah, I'm not original at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I just steal all of my jokes.
All my shit is from...
I'm really not that funny.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's both of us. Good. So we're going to jump around from sport to sport, I think. And, I mean, I would say there's an overabundance of football movies.
It's really easy to, jump into football movies. That's definitely one we could list off like that.
Right. So I wasn't sure if you wanted to start with football. Or we could get there.
I feel like if we don't start with it, we're not going to be able to do it justice.
Okay, fair. So let's start with football. Because... So there are so many that come to my head right away, but I want to make sure that we talk about this one at least for a couple minutes.
Okay.
And it's The Replacements.
Yep.
Has to be. And this has, for like fans of not sports, for non-sports fans, this is a sports movie, but it's got Keanu.
Keanu Reeves.
It's got Keanu in it. And it's got like Favreau. Oh my God, it's got Favreau in it. Dude, Favreau's in it.
What, Bateman?
Bateman.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like a linebacker.
Chill guy.
He's very not chill in this movie.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, so like if you're a fan of The Mandalorian, then you obviously are going to be a fan of The Replacements because, the director, Jon Favreau, the creator, he is also an actor. In case you didn't know, he's also an Iron Man and shit.
Yeah.
Happy Hogan.
Yep.
Right, so I'm getting away from the topic.
The Replacements. We got Shane Falco.
We got Shane fucking Footsteps Falco.
Shane Footsteps Falco.
This movie to me is just so much fun because it's your classic underdog story, right? The formula is just of any sports movie. Underdogs. You got veteran presence with Gene Hackman. And I don't know, people don't know this, but Keanu took a huge pay cut so they could get these actors in the film.
Get everybody else just like, yeah, screw it, whatever.
Yeah, I'm Keanu.
Let's make it the best possible.
Yeah, if you pay me what I'm normally going to make, then I'm just going to give it to charity anyways. That's just the kind of guy he is. And so Gene Hackman, you got him in there, and essentially the premise of the movie, right, is the classic football players go on strike, which has happened before in real life.
Yeah.
And it kind of mirrors that, but at the same time, it kind of, if you're a fan of the sport and you see that these players you feel like they're spoiled or they make a lot of money and they bitch a lot, you see a lot of that. And they bring on these, like, second-rate players as replacements. Oh, I said the thing.
He said the thing. This whole motley crew, this montage of players just like, oh, we got to get this guy. There's this guy.
That's my favorite part of certain movies.
Yeah, just the montage of,
the montage of, like, getting people.
Bringing the crew in.
Yeah, it's like Deadpool 2 when he's making, like, what is it, X-Force?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything like that. Or, like, Ocean's 11 when they're like, yeah, we got to get Livingston. We got to get, Basher.
That's one of the best parts. It's just introducing all of these nutty characters.
Yes. Because we get introduced to Favreau's character. He's a SWAT officer.
Yep.
And he's like busting down an apartment door and like drowning the guy in a fish tank. And then the kicker is a soccer player.
I love that actor. I don't even know how to say his name. Reese Ifan.
You know what? I don't know how to say it either, but he's one of those actors that's in so many things. Like the guy from Mindhunter, who plays Tench. Right?
Yep.
He's just in so many things, and you don't know his name, but you know the range he has is great. And that's this guy who plays Nigel Gruff, the kicker in Replacements.
The leg.
The leg. He told me he was pure muscle. He's like, he's wiry. Wiry. Then you got the offensive lineman who's a sumo wrestler.
Mm-hmm. Jumbo.
Just eating eggs.
Yeah.
Only a crazy son of a bitch who eats eggs for a game. You got the criminal guy who's like, they take him from prison.
Oh, yeah. He has it. Yeah, he had to get like a pass from like the governor.
The governor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't know here's his name. He's just Ray Smith.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
I love when they're unchanting him and he's just like, nice watch. And he's like, yeah, oh, it's a fake. Yep, we probably should move out of here. Like, there's no point in being out here alone outside of screaming distance.
Well, yeah, they're getting all these people because they want to make it into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Got to win 3 out of 4 games.
3 out of 4.
Got to win 3 out of 4 games. So they're like, okay, sure, let's bring in all of these different people. Let's try to make it work.
Right. And the thing with Falco is, the knock on him is that he folds when the game is on the line.
Big choker.
Yes. He played in the Sugar Bowl, got destroyed, never recovered.
Mm-hmm.
And Gene Hackman brings him in because he has the faith. And I don't want to, like I said, we got to get to more movies, but obviously the payoff is great because some of the players do start crossing the picket line. Mainly the quarterback of the Sentinels, which motherfucking Washington football team, take notes. You have a golden opportunity here to go ahead and just run with the Sentinels.
The Washington Sentinels.
The Washington Sentinels.
It is a fantastic name. You could definitely run with that.
Hello.
Everyone would love it.
They would love it.
Yeah, the quarterback comes, the original quarterback of the team comes back for that final game and is just being a real dick.
He has no chemistry with the other replacements.
Exactly.
And they're just like, fuck you, dude. And then it's like, Falco, dude.
Falco's back.
He's macking with that cheerleader. And that's a great thing, too, is they have Pat Summerall and John Madden in there.
They're like, I don't think he should be fraternizing.
What are they going to do, Pat?
What are they going to do?
Fire him? It's such a classic. I mean, so one of my favorite movies I have to watch at least like once a year. Especially when it comes to like I said, a lot of the actors in the film I love. We talked about the guy who plays Nigel. We talked about Favreau, Keanu, Hackman. Even some, Orlando Jones is in there. And
the lineman, Faison.
The
Love.
big dudes.
Yep.
The
two brothers.
The two brothers.
Yep.
And so if you haven't seen that, even if you're not a sports fan, it's really good. Maybe.
Underrated. Like it's not your standard. Like it is a comeback story.
Yeah.
But more. I don't know.
Oh.
How would you say?
It's a
character.
It's a feel good, piece about everyday guys.
Yeah.
Winning on probably the biggest stage of a athlete's career.
Yeah.
Which is just a football game.
And it doesn't even, spoiler alert, it doesn't go past the playoffs.
No.
It just shows them.
They win the 3 out of 4.
They win 3 out of 4
they
and
win
make
that,
it to the playoffs.
Yeah, that third game in epic fashion. And then, Gene Hackman has a great voiceover at the end.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That speech at the end is one of the best things.
Yeah. So
like there's no ticker tape parade, there's no confetti, nothing.
No endorsement deals for
endorsement
soda
deals.
pop or breakfast cereal.
Most people don't get a shot at a second chance. And these guys lived it.
They lived it. I love it. Oh, no, and before we move on, we have to quote the huddle speech that Keanu Reeves gives when they're all tired. What's he say? He's, I know you're tired, I know you're hurting.
Pain heals.
Chick
stick scars.
Chick stick scars.
Glory's forever.
Glory is forever.
Yeah.
I love it. Pain heals. Chick stick scars. Glory.
Oh.
It's great. And they're just like, right on, man. Another football movie that comes to mind too. I named that one. So what do you got?
I mean, a classic, just a classic, is Friday Night Lights.
Okay, so Friday Night Lights. I shudder to call it a classic, only because it's not that old.
It's not. It isn't. But I feel like it is just one of those things that is a classic to me because I feel like I didn't even know there was a TV show for years.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard terrible things about it.
It's still, I mean, it went for a while.
So that's just kind of strange, and I feel like that TV show is old.
Okay, so and I guess when I say old, when I think classics, I'm thinking of like 80s, 70s, like 90s.
And that's
I
fair.
forget though that it's 2021.
Yeah.
So with Friday Night Lights, it's like, your take on the high school football circuit in Texas, which I'm not from Texas, but I kind of know how big this movie shows you how big of a fucking deal football is in Texas at every level of a from a kid to high school to college. And then eventually these players, I mean, you talk about the NFL, and most players in the NFL today hail from Texas.
Yeah. It's nuts. I mean, that is a whole... You see these stadiums, and they're just chocked full of people going crazy. And
For high school games.
For high school games. I mean, it's insane. You look at some of these, 5A, 6A schools that have thousands of people.
You get these parents that live vicariously through their kids.
Yeah.
And these coaches that think they're fucking Bear Bryant, or Vince Lombardi. And with Friday Night Lights, it's not a happy ending. I think that's one of my greatest, spoiler alert, one of my favorite things about the film, right? Because not everything is peachy keen all the time. With Replacements, we just talked about, they win and they get the glory for just that moment, and it's, feel good inside and warm.
Yeah.
But with Friday Night Lights, it's they get into the playoffs on a coin toss.
Yep.
And then they lose.
They lose. I feel like that's usually, of course, your only two options with your sports movies. Either they go all the way, quote unquote, or they have this huge comeback underdog story and just fall a little bit short. Of course, those are going to be your two options, but both of them feel really good. Maybe not fulfilling, but satisfying. It tells a complete story. And I enjoy that part of Friday Night Lights. They struggled, like you were saying, to get into every position they were in, and they just fell short a little bit.
And so I guess another reason why I don't hold it in super high regard is just because it kind of depresses me.
They do all of this work.
That, and they don't, win, but also just the fact that,
Booby Miles.
Maybe, chill. Maybe I am just being rude, but it's just because it's such a big deal, and there's nothing else. There's just football.
That's it.
Another movie that reminds me of same story is Varsity Blues.
Yeah.
It's with Varsity Blues, we can talk about both of these films in one conversation.
Yeah.
Because, and that is one of the most quoted things I say, too, when I'm watching a football game is fire that fucking pigskin.
Yeah.
Which is from Varsity Blues. If you haven't seen Varsity Blues, you're not missing a whole lot. It's
just a couple gems here and there.
Yeah, it's the highlight of James Van Der Beek's career, right? Yep. He's coming off the popularity of Dawson's Creek, and he is the main character, the quarterback. And these movies parallel, except for the fact that I think in Varsity Blues they do end up winning the state championship, right, or something like that. I don't know, or the county. Who gives a shit?
That sounds right.
It's Texas football at its core, meaning more to people than it fucking should to me. As far as the head coach, and here's a story of between those two movies of different head coaches, right? Billy Bob Thornton, who typically plays a fucking asshole in most of his movies, is a wholesome good coach in Friday Night Lights. Not a bad dude. John Voight plays Bud Kilmer in Varsity Blues, and he's a big piece of shit.
Not a good dude.
Not at all. And all he cares about is his legacy, and it just builds upon my resentment to these movies, or maybe not even the movies, because they're just fucking truth. It's it's sad to me.
Hey, you're going against our grain here, okay? Sports are our lives, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
But I don't... If I haven't... whatever. I don't know what you're doing. You're fucking with my mind. Don't get out of my head!
Get out of it.
But if you had to pick one of the two.
One of the two?
Yeah.
I'm still picking Friday Night Lights.
I'm picking Varsity Blues.
Yeah, I'm picking Friday Night Lights.
There's a tweener in there. Tweeter's in there. Young Scott Conn.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And you got 10, a fucking 10. The teacher's also a stripper. Now that maybe I can't buy, but I'm about it.
Yeah, I can get behind it.
Yeah.
I'd like to get behind it.
Oh, all right. Yep, I'll edit that out later.
All right. So what's another one you're thinking of? I mean, we have so many different football movies. It's hard to narrow it down.
Yeah, I think there's two we at least need to talk about. One of them is Any Given Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the only problem I have with movies like Any Given Sunday and The Replacements is like the rights to like depict the NFL in a film is so hard.
It's really difficult.
And so both these films can't do that.
Yeah.
So they're, the fictional USFL,
Yeah.
and like, it's like whatever. But the Any Given Sunday, directed by Oliver Stone, very also controversial director who, his movies are always making a statement that is in fact controversial.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked into Any Given Sunday after I watched it, and he's trying to depict like real life people, big figures in the NFL.
Yeah.
And egos and the dichotomy of the defense versus the offense and the quarterback pecking order and all that shit. And that's highlighted so great. And the head coach relationship, because this is a star-studded fucking cast.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. That there are so many people in this movie. And I really think it is all brought together by Al Pacino. I mean, he plays a perfect role.
He does.
And it's not something I ever would have expected, to be honest. It's just not something I ever would have thought of, but he completely nails it.
Well, I mean, he's one of the best actors at yelling. Like him and Samuel L. are up there on the top. And so you're playing a football coach. It's a match made in heaven. Yeah. And then you get directed by Oliver Stone, so like it's Al Pacino, right? And you have like legendary football players playing roles in this too. Like Jim Brown is in there.
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Like the OG LT.
That is the LT. Holy shit.
The LT. Everyone thinks like LaDainian Tomlinson, but it's like if you think LT is LaDainian Tomlinson without mentioning Lawrence Taylor, then she's too young for you, bro.
Yeah, that's real.
That and I mean Cameron Diaz is in there. Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. Willie Beeman.
James Woods, Matthew Modine. It's just Aaron Eckhart.
It's nuts. It's nuts. Oh, I always forget Aaron Eckhart's in the movie.
Two-Face is in there.
Yep.
Yeah, he's fucking just there, and he's kind of he's pretentious. He knows he's gonna take Pacino's job in the movie, so he just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And Willie Beeman for the first 2/3 of the movie is a big piece of shit too.
Partying, not giving a shit about
Steaming
anybody.
Willie Beeman changing plays in the huddle.
Yep. Steaming Willie Beeman.
And then the other one I was thinking of is Remember the Titans.
That's like it's just a nice movie.
It was a Disney film.
That is true. I always forget that too.
It's on Disney Plus right now.
Well,
if y'all want to watch, y'all want to watch maybe. Okay, for real this time, non-sports fans, watch Remember the Titans.
Watch Remember the Titans.
It's not really about football, even though they're playing football. It's about. I mean, if you don't,
it's a metaphor.
It really stop. Yes, it is. It really is not so much. I mean, if you haven't seen fucking Remember the Titans, then you're wrong.
You're too late already.
Yeah, you're wrong.
You've missed the train.
Yeah.
You've missed the bus.
Right.
You missed everything.
I mean, it's movies like this, because there's movies with, sports in it that really aren't about the sports. This is one of them, and Concussion is another.
Yep.
Because Concussion deals with themes directly caused by football, but obviously the name of the movie is Concussion.
Yep.
So we're talking about that. And I don't want to get too deep into that, but like two movies for people that aren't trying to watch like football games.
An actual football movie.
Watching an actual fucking film. Watch Concussion. Watch Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
You got any others for football?
For football, let's see. I don't know if I have any others for football. Those are like the big ones. I mean, there's so many of them. There's Radio, there's Rudy, there's so many.
Yeah, I mean, you said it.
And any other big ones? I mean, because you can't go without at least mentioning those two.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking Rudy. I mean...
Rudy.
Yeah, I mean, we would have been blasphemous if we hadn't mentioned Rudy. But,
yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing, too. This just reminds me of a meme. It's like people from different generations associate Sean Astin with so many different things. It's like you got people who are like, yeah, he's from the Goonies.
Yep.
Hey, he's from fucking 51st Dates. Yep. Hey, he's from Stranger Things. Me and you know him as Samwise Gamgee. But I forget that he's also Rudy.
Rudy, dude.
He's fucking Rudy.
Yeah.
So, a prolific actor, too. Like, we were talking about an actor earlier who's just, great. But if we're talking about fucking Rudy, we talk about Sean Astin.
Yeah.
So,
naturally.
There's that. What sport do you want to move on to next?
I was just going to ask you the same thing.
There's not a lot of basketball films. So, I feel like we could, wrap that up, put a nice little bow on it pretty quickly.
Yeah. Let's hit basketball films because I mean, what do you want to touch on first with basketball films? The obvious.
Well, the obvious one I think you're thinking of, I want to talk about. So
Okay.
let's hit like just a couple real quick, and then we'll get to what I think we're on the same page.
I don't know if we're on the same page.
But what are you thinking?
What are you thinking?
Of the obvious one,
Yeah.
Space Jam.
I wasn't.
You were thinking Coach Carter.
I was thinking Coach Carter.
Okay, so
Okay.
I think that's the only two we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Hoosiers. Like,
I'm not talking about Hoosiers.
Okay.
It's just, I don't give a fuck about Indiana basketball.
No, I give a fuck about Gene Hackman. That's about the only reason I watched the movie. Other than that, like, I'm not going to talk about it. We're talking about Coach Carter. We're going to talk about Space Jam.
Yep, that's it.
And Coach Carter, also, not really a basketball movie.
Exactly. He's just coming in, Sam Jackson coming in and just teaching these kids.
Like,
So would you say Coach Carter's a classic?
no, it's like around the same time as Friday Night Lights. It's destined to be a classic. I think that
It's a classic.
It didn't get.
It's a classic.
It didn't get enough. It didn't get enough like credit.
Do you think we're blinded? Like we don't see how it's acclaimed or what it's been known for because we enjoy the movie so much?
I think our view is skewed
Okay.
because we love it so much. Because the message is great. The acting is not 100% amazing. You have not child actors, but like you have younger actors. Like Channing Tatum's in this movie, one of his first roles. And, other actors of that age, that are coming out, were former child stars and they're now coming out to try to act as adults. You have a lot of that going on in this film. And obviously, when you have a presence like Samuel L. Jackson, it's fine. He's going to take care of everything.
Yeah, he really carries that cast.
It's the theme of the film as far as, like, convincing these boys that they have, like, a choice.
That they're worth a shit?
That they're worth a shit. Like, his fight against the school, who has already resorted to the fact that, they're only going to graduate, 10 people this year.
Yep.
And it's like, what the fuck? Like, and that's why I love this film so much, because as much as I love his coaching, just like a great coach, but also like his influence on like their kids.
On the kids, in turn the community.
Right. And
this was huge.
Yeah. And you think about it, like, because when you're watching the film, you're not thinking kids. But
No.
like these are high school people.
Yep.
Like, so if you could just kind of put Channing Tatum out of your fucking head
Yeah.
and put me, like, a teenager in there.
Yep. You have Mr. Cruz.
Yeah, no, that's what's his first name? Is it
Timo?
It is Timo.
Mm-hmm.
It is Timo. Why did I want to say? Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I ain't doing that.
Okay.
Timo, who is like a gangster, but doesn't.
Mr. Cruz.
Dude, you owe me 500 suicides and 2,000 push-ups.
Yikes.
Yeah, I just watched it, and he said that, and it's great because he's like doing them, and Samuel Jackson's just like, your task is impossible before Friday, right? And I'm just like, you're right, it is impossible.
I don't want to do that.
Don't do that, dude. I can't even do fucking 20 push-ups right now.
When's the last time you did suicides?
When I played basketball in junior high. Yep.
15 years ago.
It was probably... Yeah. No, it was more than that.
It was more than 15 years
Junior
ago.
high for me was 7th and 8th grade. So I was like 12, 13. So we're talking almost 20 years ago.
2 decades.
Yeah, I haven't done suicides.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I don't want to do suicides.
No.
I'm glad I don't have the space to do them.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, bro, if I had the option, because I do sprints on the treadmill.
Yeah.
But like, if I had the option, I might do them. Thank God I don't have the option. I do explain to Linz when I was watching the other day. She's like, what are they doing? I was like, those are suicides. So it's like, where are you touching? I'm like, I do here, back, here, back, here, back. And then that's one.
That's one.
That's one.
That's one.
So, and then, okay, let's get to Space Jam. Because, I mean, you have the GOAT. You have the GOAT.
You have the GOAT.
But, I don't know, this isn't a sports episode.
Not the time.
Can't debate GOATs.
Not the time.
We have Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Okay. And Bugs Bunny.
And Michael's just trying to play some baseball.
Ew. See, this is a baseball movie too?
Ooh, all right. This is a perfect transition once we're done.
Once we're done, we'll go into baseball.
Yeah. But he's just trying to play baseball.
He also plays a little golf. That's how we got into this
golf.
mess.
Exactly. He got dragged in.
We can pivot here any direction now. Thank you, Michael.
Love me some Michael.
Yeah, so, I mean, Space Jam's just fun.
It's just a fun movie. It's a great movie. It's different than most of the ones we're talking about that do have, like, a really good message. It's just a fun movie.
It's just fun.
You just put it on. It's fantastic.
It's fucking Looney Tunes and Aliens and Danny DeVito and Bill
Charles
Murray.
Barkley.
Yeah. Charles Barkley. Larry Bird.
Larry
fucking Bird.
Who's the tall guy?
Sean Bradley.
Sean Bradley.
Sean Bradley.
I was gonna say Brent Barry. That's not him.
No, but there's
Sean Bradley.
Yeah, Sean Bradley. It's funny because I was watching it recently, and I just couldn't fucking stop like laughing at how like it's a little bit of a struggle in the beginning. You can tell that Jordan is clearly just a basketball player.
He's not an actor.
He's not an actor.
He's not an actor.
But I still just fucking love it because just from the get, like the fucking opening song, if that doesn't get you hype, don't listen to my podcast.
That's a fucking banger.
That's
That's the banger.
Yeah, no, that's a jam. Get Up and Slam was a jam.
God, it's so good.
It's great. And there's and then of course these are just highlights of Jordan being Jordan.
That's it. Yeah, it's just a bunch of highlights, just like, oh, I fucking yam on fools.
Yeah.
And I do all this shit.
And I love that like ESPN just rolls with some of this shit where it's like, 25 years ago today, MJ stretched from half court to win the game on a slam dunk against the Monstars.
Yeah.
I love that shit because as you will learn in a little bit, I think I'm sorry, I can't say yesterday because it comes out tomorrow. So Monday was like the 25th anniversary of Happy Gilmore beating Shooter McGavin.
That's right.
So it's just
That's right.
ESPN posted this shit.
I love that they just roll with whatever, you know, quote unquote sports movies.
Yeah.
Whatever happens.
So, I mean, yeah, Space Jam, just a fun movie.
Do you have a hot rod about Space Jam?
No.
About the new Space Jam?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
I forget the last thing.
I think I just said it's a fun movie. That literally is what I said.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely is. So this is kind of like a mid-section, like hot route, I guess, for you, but like
for me.
What do you think about the new Space Jam coming out?
I mean, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Like my thing now is like I've never had like hate for LeBron before he was a Laker. I had contempt for him because he wasn't.
Yeah, okay.
And he wasn't Kobe.
Yeah,
okay. So, but I never hated him.
Yeah.
It's like the same way I feel like about, I don't know, like, oh no, I kind of hate Aaron Rodgers.
Kinda?
Okay.
You hate Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I can't compare it. I never hated him.
Yeah.
But now that he's a Laker, it's like, and he's won a title with us.
Now he is a Laker.
He's forever gonna be like enshrined as like a championship winning Laker.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch it. Like I have to watch it. I loved the first one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you love something, and then they come out with a sequel, and if you love the first one, you're at least gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Am I gonna go to the theaters? I don't know. Will theaters be fucking open? I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. But, like, there better be, like, how in the original Space Jam, there was Barkley, there was Sean Bradley, there was Larry Johnson, there was Muggsy Bogues, there was Larry Bird. I want some fucking cameos in this, too.
Everybody's saying no.
To Space Jam?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
What do you mean everyone's saying no?
They just don't want to do it.
Where are you getting this?
They just don't want to do it. Multiple sources cited saying Giannis is just like, nah.
Well, fuck Giannis, dude. And not even because he won't do Space Jam, but like for real, like fuck Giannis. How are you gonna bitch all off season? And then like they gave you, and then you re-sign with. Sorry, it's not a sports podcast. I gotta go. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. But fuck Giannis.
Hey, that's fair. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we definitely will see some cameos, but are they gonna be as good?
Of course not.
Of course not.
No, because Charles Barkley, Sean Bradley, Larry Johnson, Muggsy Bogues can't act, and it was just.
God.
One of my favorite scenes from Space Jam we didn't talk about is when they're all like trying to find out what the fuck is wrong with him. Sean Bradley like walks into a beam.
Yeah.
Like Patrick Ewing's like, he's like, you ever find yourself not being able to perform in other areas? And he's like, no. He's clearly asking if he fucking can still fuck.
Yep. I swear to God, if we don't see Dwayne Wade though.
Oh, he has to.
I'm gonna be upset.
That's his boy.
I'm just gonna be upset. Like not mad, just disappointed.
When is that supposed to come out?
I don't know.
Good.
Let's say
2021?
2.
It is 2021.
Let's say in the 2020s.
Well, that's very
LeBron
specific.
will still be playing throughout the 2020s.
You fucking say that like you're joking, but he's like the Tom Brady of the NBA.
Which is terrifying because imagine if he plays for like 10 more years.
He plays until he's like 45.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, it's not a sports episode.
You're right. God damn it. We keep doing this.
Fuck.
Baseball.
Pivot into baseball.
We're
sliding into home plate on baseball.
What's your favorite baseball movie?
My favorite baseball movie? There's so many good ones that I don't know if there's not that one for baseball for me. Like we talked about Coach Carter and Space Jam, and then we have Friday Night Lights, The Replacements. I mean, but for baseball, 42 is really good.
Okay.
Chadwick Boseman is fantastic in 42.
Rest in peace.
And I mean, well, you got Detective Elliot Stabler in that movie as well.
You're right.
So and he played that really well.
Oh, did. I mean, he's great. He's got great range too.
He was an amazing supporting actor there.
Yeah. And the shame about him is he's gotten typecast as a hard ass.
Yeah.
I mean, you see his role in Man of Steel. He's just Colonel Elliot Stabler in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
That's it. And so a great role for him in that. 42 is great. Chadwick Boseman, obviously, such a shame that we've lost him.
Yeah.
Because he had such range too. Like people that associate him with Black Panther need to wake the fuck up.
Oh, there's a bunch more shit he was in.
He's just been in so many things and so talented. So yeah, rest in peace. And so 42, that's a good one. I mean, obviously, I think about baseball, and there's not a lot of serious ones that I can think of. Moneyball comes to mind.
Yeah, Moneyball is really good.
It's probably my favorite serious baseball movie.
Yeah.
Obviously, 42 is historical, and Field of Dreams is a drama.
That's the one I was gonna get to.
Right. Yeah.
As
So
well.
we'll go ahead and hit it, and then I'll hit fucking.
No, it was really just
mention.
referencing Field of Dreams because you can't not.
You can't, because if you build it, they will come.
Exactly. That's one of the most. That probably is the most iconic baseball movie line
Ever.
That is very, very specific. And I'm trying to think of a very specific overall sports movie line, and that's up there with him.
Oh, that's in the top 5.
That counts amongst all the sports movies, that's definitely top 5.
Right. I mean, Rudy has some lines in it that are probably great, but if you build it, they will come is probably the most iconic sports movie line.
Yeah.
But going back to Moneyball, it's like you don't see a lot of movies from that side of the sport, right? The main character of Moneyball, played by Brad Pitt, is Billy Beane, who is the general manager of the Oakland A's, who no one gives a shit about.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know this, and then I know I'm pandering to the sports people, but salary cap, there is none in baseball. You can spend as much money as you want to build the team that you want. So that's why the Yankees are always good.
Yeah, they have the money.
And this is why the A's suck.
They don't have the money.
Until Billy Beane changed it. And that's what this movie's about, right? He plays a number game. He brings on Jonah Hill. Forget that Jonah Hill's in that movie.
Yep.
But he's huge.
He brings on Jonah Hill.
No, he literally is huge in this movie.
He's not as huge as in, Accepted. That's when he was his biggest.
That was when he was the biggest.
But we get to, and they devise this system of not, specifically a system, but just looking at different metrics that nobody ever looked at before.
Nope.
And then we get to, like we were saying, one of our favorite parts, this montage of these other
buns players. But they do certain things right in certain scenarios and these metrics they look at, and they build a team that goes on to have the longest win. Is it still a record?
Yep.
The longest win streak in MLB history. Yeah. Still a record today. Wow. What is it, 23, 22 games?
22.
22 games. Yeah.
Insane.
So, sports movie, but it's got Chris Pratt.
It does have Chris Pratt. And he's like, I can't play catcher.
No, he's not.
Or I can't play first base.
First base, he can't play first base.
He was like, hey, tell him how easy first base is. It's extremely difficult.
Yeah. Did you just watch it? Because I forgot about that line.
That's my favorite line from the movie.
It's so good. I love that Philip Seymour Hoffman's in this movie too.
Yeah, that's right.
And poor bastard's just trying to manage a team.
He gets shit on.
One of the most pettiest things I've ever seen is in this movie. It's when, he wants Chris Pratt's character to play first base, but Philip Seymour Hoffman won't do it because they have a first baseman.
Yep.
So Billy Beane just trades him.
Yeah,
he just trades him. He's like, all right, you won't play him? Cool, he's been traded. He's like, so play Hatterberg at first tonight.
It's so dramatic, because you look at this and this is people's lives.
Yeah.
Billiam.
Billiam Bean.
Billiam Bean.
Billiam Beanery.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, Moneyball, that's enough.
That's enough.
Some fun ones, though. Some fun ones, right? Rookie of the Year, Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah, Angels of the Outfield. That's just a little classic from childhood.
I don't think we can leave baseball without, with obviously those two childhood movies, but we can't leave baseball without talking about Major League.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And League of Their Own.
Oh my God, League of Their Own!
It's a baseball movie.
It is a baseball movie. There's
movie.
no crying in baseball.
No crying in baseball. That's up there another quote.
That
baseball movies aren't as big as some of these other ones, but they have the best quotes.
They have the best quotes. Because that's another star-studded cast too. You have Tom Hanks, you have Gina Davis, you have Rosie O'Donnell before she was crazy. You had Madonna.
Yeah.
Like Madonna's in that movie. She looks good.
She looks good.
She looks good.
She always looked good.
Well, yeah, she looked good in the 80s.
Yeah. Things.
Anyways, are we leaving anything baseball out? I feel like we are.
Probably.
There was that HBO movie 61, but I don't think anyone saw that. I did. And I see everything. Oh my God!
Okay.
We are leaving one out.
Oh no, are we stupid?
Yes, we're fucking stupid. I'm pretty sure anyone that's listening to this has been like, how these motherfuckers not talked about this movie yet? And if they don't, I'm never listening to this podcast again.
Oh no, what is it?
The fucking Sandlot.
Alright, yeah, we're dumb.
Yeah, we're fucking stupid.
Oh shit, we're dumb.
Yeah.
The Beast, dude.
Talk about childhood. I was talking about Rookie of the Year and fucking Angels in the Outfield. I didn't even mention Sandlot.
Yeah, we're dumb as fuck.
Yeah, shoot me. Fucking the Sandlot.
Guess what? Another quote. What is it? You killing me, Smalls.
Oh, yeah, of course. That is another one. Baseball movie.
I don't know why. That is.
Just another, and not even just a baseball, it's just a coming-of-age tale.
Yeah.
Your same formula for that kind of stuff, but just so transcendent, because now it's just like, anyone who was young when that movie came out fucking loves it. You show it to anybody, and they're just like, this is great. It's just so good.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
I love that movie. And then, I didn't realize, we're running out of time.
We're running out of time here.
So we didn't even have about 3 sports. You want to do some honorable mentions before we get to Hot Route? We'll start with hockey. I think there's 1.
There's 1.
Maybe there's 3.
No, actually, if we're talking about hockey, there's definitely, Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks. There's Miracle.
D2.
Okay. And D3.
And D3. That's it.
That's
three
it. Three
hockey
That's
movies.
the 3 hockey movies?
No, but there's Miracle. But there's Goon.
I was going to say Goon. Fuck you. I didn't even know you knew about Goon.
Goon is the shit,
Goon
man.
is the dude. Sean William Scott.
Yes. Goon.
Fucking love Goon.
Oh, Goon is a classic.
Goon is
I don't
a
care
classic.
what you say.
No. It's super, there's a Goon, too. You know that?
Yeah.
Last of the Enforcers?
Yeah.
Yes. You haven't seen Goon? That's okay. But if you're like...
It's Stifler from American Pie.
Yeah. But he's not
He's not Stifler.
not typical Sean William Scott.
Yeah.
He's just he's a goon.
He's a goon.
He's a goon.
That's his whole thing.
Okay, that's all I got for hockey.
Yeah, that's all I got for hockey.
Okay, golf.
Well.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. That's it.
The Legend of Bagger Vance.
Okay, sure.
There's this crazy tiger documentary on HBO right now. Not for the faint of heart.
Okay.
Anyways, that's it. I feel like there's one about golf I'm leaving out, bro.
There probably is.
There is. It's the greatest game ever played.
Yeah. Okay.
But Happy Gilmore.
That's really the only one we're worried about here. But there's so many, now this is just divulging into, hey, we're just gonna say movies, and now you, the listeners, need to just watch them.
Yeah, watch them.
Just watch them.
Is Talladega Nights a sports movie?
Yes.
Okay, NASCAR.
You know how many people love NASCAR?
It's the second highest rated or watched sport in America.
I don't give a fuck about NASCAR.
I don't
know
either.
how many people love NASCAR?
Almost as much people as the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get it. He's making another left.
I bet it's a lot of fun when you're there.
I have seen, I've driven by, the Dallas Motor Speedway, and it is insane.
Yeah.
It is huge. It's massive. And, the parking lot is bigger than fucking, anything I've ever seen.
They have a race down in Fontana. We call it, it's in California. We call it Fontucky. Fontucky. Yeah, because it's they have the races, and it's just a bunch of rednecks from Southern California that think they're in Kentucky.
That's so weird.
Fontucky. Anyways, okay, obscure sports. Dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball is a great film. Cool Runnings.
Balls of Fury.
Balls of Fury.
Cool Runnings. Yeah, let's
Cool.
let's circle back to Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
Jamaican bobsled team.
Jamaican
Olympics.
Got a bobsled team. Yeah, it's the Olympics, of course. I mean,
Classic John Candy. Love him.
That is a sports movie.
Rest
through
in
and through.
peace.
Rip.
Rest
John
in peace.
Candy.
Love John Candy. I don't think I got any more. I mean, there's just so many.
I mean, there's definitely ones, like, obscure ones that are more based towards, like, comedy, like Semi-Pro or Blades of Glory.
Yeah.
And this is literally just Will Ferrell.
But then we missed, like, boxing. You know, we didn't talk about boxing today.
Yeah, of course.
And Rocky. And
All of the Wait, which one do you want to talk about? Rocky 1?
I'm going to talk
Rocky
about Creed.
2, Rocky 3?
I'm talking about Creed.
Rocky 4? Rocky 5?
Rocky
6,
Balboa.
Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa.
Excuse me. Rocky 7.
Rocky... Creed.
Creed.
Creed 2. Okay, The Fighter.
The Fighter is so good.
Fighter's great.
And then, I mean, even...
Dude, we missed Caddyshack.
Yeah, we missed Caddyshack as well. Oh, yeah.
We fucking suck. We gotta go.
Yeah,
we gotta go to Hot Route. It's time for Hot Route. But wait, you got anything else? Any final thoughts?
Because we were just talking about boxing. So not boxing, but MMA. The Warrior.
The Warrior.
I don't know if you've seen
What's
that.
one with...
It's with Joel Edgerton and Tom Hardy. I almost said Tim Hardy. Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And that one is deceptively good.
Okay. Well, it's got Tom Hardy in it, so I'm sold.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
Okay, don't hate us, please. We have a limited window here. We have a limited time, and maybe let me know what we missed, and we can maybe revisit something like this.
Yes, there's not enough time to talk about 400 of our favorite sports movies.
Yeah. And plus, I'm sure the people that are expecting like a nerd episode today, like we usually do, are very upset with us. And that's fine. I'm upset too, because I've been watching WandaVision, and my God.
They're like, sports ball?
Yeah.
Damn it.
And I'm like, I agree, guys. I'm sorry. This is what we're doing this week. We're having fun with it. Okay, fucking A. Hot Route.
Hot Route.
I'm going to Hot Route Ed today. I got a couple.
All right.
Okay. Which coach would you rather play for?
Ooh, boy, this is going to be hard already.
Herman Boone. And then I'll name the movies they're in for the listeners. Herman Boone, Remember the Titans. Tony D'Amato, Any Given Sunday. Coach Carter from Coach Carter. Ken Carter.
Ken Carter. Oh, God. Who would I rather play for?
Yeah.
You know, I am just fucking horrible at basketball.
So you're not playing for Coach Carter?
No, but that's why I would.
You would play for Coach Carter?
Yeah, that's why.
He's going to make you do 500 suicides.
I think somehow it would make me better. That I'd actually be able to dribble or, like, shoot a ball and not look like a fucking idiot.
Uh-huh.
But he'd be Coach Carter. He'd push me to be my best me.
He would. And then
I would hate it.
And you'd have good grades.
I would have good grades. I had terrible grades in high school, so this could be like a win-win. Or just like quit the team like they did.
Like Timo. All right. Hot route number 2. Who's the better quarterback? Willie Beeman or Shane Falco?
Ooh. The better quarterback.
One of them's Lamar Jackson. The other one's fucking, Matt Stafford.
Yeah. He chokes just like him, too.
Whoa! We're going to see now that he's up. Not a sports episode.
Oh, shit! Now I might have to eat my words in being on the Rams.
Yeah, you fucked
Twice
up.
a year.
Fucked up.
Oh, no. Oh, the better quarterback. I would just have to say Willie Beeman is just more dynamic. That's in the sense of today's game, he's more dynamic. That's the kind of the way the game is heading. So I'd take Willie Beeman.
Steeman
Willie Beeman.
Willie Beeman.
He's able to do more.
Okay, and I like that. The last hot route. Which was the better trick play?
Oh.
The Little Giants. We didn't talk about Little Giants.
We did not.
But Little Giants, the Fumaruski.
Okay.
Or when the Mighty Ducks disguised Keenan as Goldberg and he hit the knuckle puck.
Oh, I don't know if there's a wrong answer here.
There's not.
There's not.
There's not. This is just a fun one.
But it's got to be the Fumblerooski.
The Fumblerooski.
It's got to be the Fumblerooski.
Oh, Little Giants is such a classic.
Oh.
I didn't talk about it in case you brought it up, but it didn't matter because I knew I was gonna hot rat you on it anyways.
That's perfect.
So
that's perfect.
Yeah, Fumaruski.
Those were good. Those were good.
You're welcome.
I like that.
You're welcome.
I like that.
All right, and that's we're out of time for today. So next week we'll be back for a sports episode, and then the week following that we'll come back to some really some movie stuff. I think we still have a couple Star Wars movies to do in our Star Wars series.
Yep.
We have some music things we want to do.
Yep. So now more of an alternating schedule.
Right. With the pandemic and life.
Yeah.
We're down to one episode a week, but we're still gonna put them out. We're still cranking them out.
We're still here.
So don't hate us, like I said, for missing your favorite sports movie. And as always, I'm Ed. No, I'm fuck.
Dude, there it is. There it is.
As always, he's Ed.
I'm Ed.
I'm Chris.
He's Chris.
And I think next week I'll get this right. Or one of us will. And this has been Almost Agreeable. Thank you for listening to another episode of Almost Agreeable. You can catch new episodes every Wednesday and Friday. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, rate, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Almost Agreeable.